Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to your brand new video, man. Got you guys with probably my final settings video for this game for Black Ops 6 Warzone. For this integration, that'll probably be my last settings video just because, I mean, I've made a few and Black Ops 7 comes out in like 2-3 months at this point. So, but yeah, I've had a few requests here recently on TikTok and YouTube in the comment section. So I figured to make one final video for my settings and yeah. Anyways, hopping into it, I obviously play on controller. I'm on a PS5, as you can see. I mean, I'm literally like on the home screen. So yeah, I'm on a controller on a PS5. I use a DualSense Edge controller. If you have the money to put it into it, I would not buy a Scuff or a Battle Beat or any of that kind of stuff. It's not worth it. Buy a DualSense Edge. It's probably the most reliable controller. I've had this specific controller, the one I'm using right now, for probably like 8 months now, and the right stick is now just now starting to get stick drift, but I can just swap it out with another stick. So yeah, if you're on PlayStation and you're on a PS5, get the DualSense Edge if you have the money for it. It's a great investment. But yeah, anyways, hopping into it. So I play on tactical. This is probably the best button layout to play on, at least in Call of Duty. If you play on default, I did the same thing for literal years, and then I switched over to tactical probably during like Black Ops Cold War / Warzone, and then when I switched over, I became like a much better player. So definitely try this out. Also, I need to mention this. I'm gonna do this in one take, or at least try to. So if I talk fast or stutter, then I apologize. But yeah, anyways, next is my sensitivity. I've been playing 1.7 since they even changed it, because when it was like 1 through 20 or whatever it was, and then they changed it towards like the 1.x whatever. Yeah, I've been playing 1.7 ever since they changed it from the simple to the 1 point or the 2 point whatever. So I believe the 1.7 is like 7 sensitivity or 9 sensitivity, somewhere around there. So it's kind of slow, not really too slow, but yeah, try it out. Going down, none of this really matters. I'll have all this stuff off. Controller vibration on. Some people still clown me for this, because me personally, and I know a lot of other players too, once you cause I've been playing this setting on literally the entire time I've been playing video games, like period, even on like 360 and the Wii. I just can't play with it off. So yeah, if you have it off, don't even bother turning it on. But yeah, going down, trigger effect, I don't know what this is, so I have it off. Dead zones I don't mess with too much. If you have stick drift, you can look at videos on how to like fix it and stuff, but dead zones are really meant for people who have stick drift. So if you have like stick drift in your right stick, then I'll definitely look up like a video on YouTube on how to like remove stick drift with dead zones, because that's really what this is meant for. So going to aiming, none of this really matters besides this one setting right here, which I mentioned in literally every single settings video. Click on this and then go down to custom sensitivity per zoom. And I'm not even trolling. You can go back to literally every single settings video I've ever created, ever, and you will see that I've mentioned this certain spot every single video and how important it is to me. If you were to literally turn this off, and make it to where I have to use the same like sensitivity for each zoom, I couldn't play right. So as bad as that sounds and how much it actually means, you might not want to mess with it, but for me, this literally, I've probably said literally probably like 10 times in the past minute or so, and it's really that important. So just so I can explain it real quick, so I'll put this all the way down to 0.1. So I'll go ahead and show you guys in the firing range just how slow it is. So here is my AUG. Obviously it's pretty normal. If I swap over, I am literally moving my stick all left and right, and you can see how slow it is. And I'll go back here and I'll also turn it all the way up, just so you can see kind of what the difference is and what it does, because it's kind of hard to explain it if you don't really know what you're looking at. So now it's at 4, and now I'm gonna do, yeah, see, like it's insane. So I believe the preset for this is like I think it's 1.0. I believe, I could be wrong about that, but I'm almost positive it's 1.0. So by default, it's stuck right here. So me personally, I play at 0.7. I recommend people go between 0.7 and 0.85. I wouldn't go any lower than that for, or 0.7 for like red guns and stuff. If you're sniping, then obviously you can go up and go down. But like for iron sights and stuff, I wouldn't go below 0.7, but I think 0.7 for me is like a good sweet spot. So That's where I leave mine at. And then for like higher zooms, obviously this is for like snipers, so I leave it a bit higher just so I can move in my scope a bit easier and make adjustments. So yeah, that's what that's for. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've mentioned this in every single settings video I've ever made, ever, just how important it is to me and how much it actually makes me a better player, because the aim assist on controller, and I want to say even on console, I think it's stronger on console than it is on PC, but I feel like your aim assist sticks a lot more too. So obviously, also while you're in here, turn on dynamic. I think by default it's on standard, so turn on dynamic rather than linear or standard. So yeah. Once we're out of that, obviously turn on target aim assist. This is aim assist, so turn this on. If you play with this off, you're actually faded. And then other than that, yeah, we're going to movement. And for this, I turn on tac sprint assist. This is just auto tac sprint from other CODs. And there's not a lot in here that I really mess with. Parachute automatic behavior, turn that off, so whenever you're like playing Warzone, your parachute doesn't automatically like deploy by itself if you get too close to the ground. And I mean, I don't really have anything else changed in here. Going to combat, I believe all of this is actually default as well. I know the armor plate behavior used to have to like apply all and change that, but now it's actually there by default. So yeah, going down, all this is just the same. So when I go to graphics now, like I said, I play on PS5, so I have the 120 hertz refresh rate, 120 FPS. Turn that on if you're on console. If you're on a PS5 or Xbox Series X or S, turn that on. And then for motion blur and all this, turn this all the way off, please. It looks gross. It's horrible. Yeah, just copy all these settings and you'll be good. Alright, and now that we're in view, so this is gonna sound really stupid, but a long time ago, I think back in Vanguard, I was watching a settings video and there was a problem like with the game, like there was like a bug with the game at this certain period of time, where if you were running 120 field of view, you actually got less aim assist, and I don't think that's the case anymore, but I'm still kind of stuck. So people were saying run 119 back then, so ever since Vanguard, I've been running 119 FOV. And obviously there's not a big difference between 119 and 120, so I've just left it at 119. If you're playing like 110 to 120, you're fine. But if you're playing at like 60 or 80 or 90, turn this up to at least 110, please. Especially if you're playing Warzone. If you're playing multiplayer, then I get if you're playing like 90 to 100. But even multiplayer, play between 100 and 120, and you'll be good. Do ADS field of view, make it affected. Weapon field of view, I do wide, me personally, and I'll show you guys the difference here as well. So just in game, so you guys can get kind of a glimpse of what it actually means. So right now, weapon field of view for me is wide, and this is what it looks like for me in the game right now. And then I'll go ahead and change it as well, so you guys know what it looks like in narrow. So as you can see, my gun is like super close up in my face, like in the game. It's kind of odd. And then I'll do default as well. So now it's normal, kind of default, it's whatever. But yeah, I do wide just because it looks better, in my opinion. I don't know, it just looks more, I don't know, it just looks better in general. So I do wide. And then all this doesn't really matter. Do first person camera movement, do least 50%. This is basically like if someone throws a grenade and your screen shakes, it won't shake that much. Other than that, none of this really matters. And then the inverted flashbang, this setting has literally saved my eyes. I'm not even trolling. If you get flashbang, it turns your screen black rather than white. So definitely worth trying out. This was a new setting they added like 2 years ago or a year ago. So try that out. And then going to audio, I know some people on TikTok were asking about my audio. So, Alright, sorry, I just started really bad. So here's my audio settings. Some people on TikTok were asking about it, so here's my audio settings. Nothing's really special in here. I don't know why people think like my game sounds incredible, but it really, I don't know. I haven't changed anything. I do Treyarch mix. I don't do like home theater or sucker punch. I've seen some videos where people recommend this one, but I don't know. I think this is actually default. So actually, but I will say one thing. Whenever I switch from console to PC, I did notice that I couldn't hear as well, and I'm not sure if that was just me or if that was like other people as well. But going from a console, from a PS5 to a PC, when I did that like a month or two ago, I could not hear shit on PC. So yeah, just, I don't know, copy these settings if you think my audio sounds really good. I can hear everything. Like it's crazy. Like I can literally hear people across the map with these. I know people are above me, to the left, to the right, if they're closing doors, what they're walking on. But yeah, I mean, I think all this stuff is default. I don't remember changing any of this. And same thing as with voice chat. I haven't changed pretty much anything in here as well. So yeah. All right, and then finally an interface. This really does not matter, but I'm still going to show it anyways. So gameplay tips, you can turn this off or on. It's just going to show you tips and stuff. I feel like a lot of you guys know how to play Call of Duty at this point, so it doesn't really matter if you turn this on or off. Skip kill cam I have off, tooltips I have on, and then all of these I have on just so I know what I'm playing on, especially like ranked and stuff. I'll turn all of these on. Clock just shows like your current, like what time it is in your region and what time it is in your state, or if you're East Coast, West Coast, it just shows the current local time. Packet loss, this is really good, just so I know what, if I'm like, if my bullets are going through people, or if the server's bad or what. Kind of the same thing with the latency. This just shows your ping. If you're playing on West Coast, ping. If you're playing on East Coast, ping. Just depends on where you live at. Yeah, other than that, I have this on as well. This also kind of shows you kind of what you're playing on. So if you have like really high latency, it'll show you, like, it'll have like either like really like pink, or I think it's red or pink, and then yellow for like high ping. So it's definitely worth having on just so you know what you're playing on. Readability, all this stuff is really default besides the color customization. I have this turned to filter 2, and then have it turned up to 100 on both, and then change the color filter target turned to both as well. The other filters are really weird, like, yeah, see, like that one's like awful, this one's also awful. So filter 2 just like makes everything more vibrant, and if you do none, it kind of just makes everything kind of dull. So that's why I do filter 2, and it kind of just like revives everything in the game. And then gameplay HUD, this is gonna be the last thing. I don't think I've ever changed anything in here ever. I believe everything this in here is default. So just double check real quick. Crosshair, center dot, I will say I have changed this. So crosshair I have turned off, like the actual crosshair itself, and only left on center dot. I feel like the actual crosshair itself, like, kind of just, it bothers me, it kind of distracts me as well. So I turn that off and only have the center dot on for centering. Then I have it turned on to largest, and you can, if you want to, you can change the color for your center dot as well. But I don't know, I just kind of, that also distracts me, so I just leave it white. But I have watched some like streamers and stuff where they have it turned to like either like neon green or pink, or I've seen some people with like red. So all is personal preference, but I don't know. I think white's fine for me, so I just left it how it is. Other than that, all this stuff is literally the exact same. I haven't changed any of this at all. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the final settings video. I know I probably sound like really just annoyed. I am very annoyed. I hit Erie and I kind of just stopped playing COD. So yeah, let's hop back on for the settings video. And yeah. Anyways, love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, peace.